Now that you know how to render your video, you now need to learn where to export it to, and it's quite simple. So up here there's a tab that's is for output, and you just click on that and this screen will come up, and this gives you the resolution, which you may have already set up, which is quite fine, and then the frame rate, and generally you can go at 24 frames per second, although if you want you can also do it at 30, but we'll go with 24. And then right here, um, you want to actually give your video a name, and you can give it whatever name you want. You can just call it Wheels Spin 1, and then you click this to decide where you're going to send it. And I put it in my Blender demo box, and then you go accept, and it will put it into that particular place. Now there's two different ways that you can export it, and I'll show you both ways. One of them, you can export it as just a video itself, and in which case you click on MPEG video. And then for your container, you don't actually need the cache result. In the container, you would go to MPEG 4, and then your video is H.264, and you probably want high quality, and your encoding speed is good. And we're not working with video with audio or anything like that. Okay, so that will send it off as an actual video. So then here we go to render, and you render the animation. Now you can go into your Blender demo folder and you will find the video right here, Wheels Spin. And it will be an MPEG video, which you can then include into other videos or whatever you want to do with it. Okay, then now I'll show you one other way of exporting it as a series of images, which you can then put onto the timeline in either DaVinci or in Premiere and turn it into an animation. So what you need to put in, as you can call it wheels as photos, and again you find a place to put it, and we'll put it in wheels JPEGs, and then you just go accept, and then into file accept, and then into file format you could put JPEG, and then it will export it as a series of JPEGs. So we go into here, into render, and then just render animation, and it'll do the same thing. It looks the same as if you're exporting it as a video, and then it will continue rendering, and then we can go into, I'll show you the folder full of images, and then show you how to export that or to make an animation in either Premiere or DaVinci. If you want to take all of those images and turn them into an animation in DaVinci, that's actually very simple. Now I've opened up DaVinci here, and I've just made a bin where I will put all of my image clips. And you just open it where I've stored them in Wheels JPEGs, and I just drag the entire folder just into here, into this new bin that you make, and you drop it. And rather than putting all of the images in, it just makes an animation. And you just have to drag that animation down onto the timeline. You can see. And so it's not a series of images, it's already an animation. And you can see if you play it, there you go, it's already set. So once again, if you export your Blender animation as a series of images, you can put them in a folder, and then on the timeline in DaVinci, you can just drop them in and it creates an animation. Now, if you want to take those images that you exported in Blender and make an animation in Premiere, that's also quite easy to do. So here I've opened up in a project in Premiere. I just have a blank sequence, and here's my bin, and all I need to do is to drag in the wheels JPEGs. You see that's the whole folder, and you just drag it into the bin in Premiere, and then you just take this entire bin or this entire folder and you just drag it into the timeline. Now, I haven't set the actual length here of each image, and it's probably fairly long, so I would just select all and then go into Command R, the duration of, to ripple edit, the duration of each image, and I just want it to be 1 frame, 0, 1, and you can change that if you like. So it puts them all together as one animation. You can go through it if you like. Now, if you wanted to actually make it go a lot slower, you could change the length of each frame. Again, go into Command R and just put it as 2 frames. And then you'll see it'll go half the speed, but it might be a little bit jerky. So we will export that as the longer video. So just put out for your out point, and then again you go into File, Export, Media, and you want your format to be H.264. There you go, H.264, and call it Wheels in Blender Demo. Blender Demo 2. There you go. And then you export it. There you go.